well, some good stuff. Actually, quite a lot of good stuff considering it was Chelsea's rotated B team. 11 changes. 11 changes. Some worrying defending, but generally, I think I'm pretty pleased about this. Yo, what's poppin', people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well. Chelsea 4, Gent 2. Goal scorers from Renato Vega, first goal for Chelsea. Pedro Neto, Christopher Nkunku, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, first goal for Chelsea. Lovely stuff. Couple of goals to Gent, and they even had Idiger Johnson's son playing against us up front. Nearly scored. That would have been horrible, narrative filled. I'm actually, even though we conceded 2 goals here, and they were crap goals to concede, if you excuse my language, I'm pretty happy about this. Actually, I think it's a good performance for the B team in what is an embryonic stage, the early doors of their sort of story together, learning how to play together. Important first in debut goals for certain players. Tyreek George got minutes. Mark Gue got minutes. And lest we forget, guys, this is a Europe. This isn't Barrow. This isn't Barrow at home. This is European competition. I know it's the Conference League, but the teams that we're playing here are used to winning. Not used to winning the 4th division of English football, being at the top. They're qualified for European competition. It's not the Champions League. They don't have the funds of Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, yada, yada, yada. But these are still matches of teams that are used to winning games, that play to a strong level, that have deserved to qualify for a competition. So it means more than slapping up a 4th division Football League side at home. We need to remember that. And of course, it's the second choice 11. Yes, it's riddled with quality, of which we'll look at in just a moment. But we need to, be positive about this. Chelsea have scored, how many goals have we scored? 5 goals at home, 4 goals at home, 4 goals at home. So, what's that, 13 goals in the last 3 home games? It's pretty good. We're going to get into it. I'm going to look at the stats on SofaScore as per usual. It's a good reference point, I think. But in the meantime, I'd thank you for joining me. Thank you for dropping a like on the video. It's always a lovely way to help out these content creators. And you're welcome to subscribe. Of course, we are on the road to 200,000 subscribers, which is nothing short of sensational. If you do subscribe, hit the bell. Yes. So this is our first game. Our first game in the league phase. Of course, we played 2 qualifying games against Servette. Both were pretty rancid, if you ask me. I didn't like either performance. Of course, we just ended up winning on aggregate by 1 goal, and we even lost one of them. I believe that's one of 2 losses for Enzo Maresca. Man City at home on your first game ever managing Chelsea in a whole new world. Fine, but Servette wasn't a good one. But this is fine. Let's have a look, shall we? Here we go. Chelsea 4, Servette 2. Now, if you look here on the left-hand side, momentum tracker graph, as you can see, the run of play, all with Chelsea and the 2 goals they scored, obviously scored right at the very end, were kind of against the run of play in terms of the attacking momentum. Player of the match, Renato Vega here for SofaScore. We're going to have a look at the lineups now, shall we, here on the left-hand side. It's a 3-4-3. Andre Gudjonsson up front here, as you can see. Some greens there as well from the Gent players. 3-4-3, and we played with our 4-2-3-1, and yes, Axel Disasi came in as right back. I think I named this lineup exactly when I said, because remember at the end I went, Tosin will come in, Disasi will play right back. I'm pretty sure I might have actually had Romeo Lavia instead of Cesare Casadei in Zoom in the midfield there. We'll talk about Casadei as well. I think it's really important to talk about player performances later in the video, actually. So Philip Jorgensen, Renato Vega, of course, man of the match here. And if you look, guys, that is kind of inverting, but it's not like chalk on your boots left back where he's just going to be here. But that is, he's not inverting to here where like Gusto is sometimes. So he is kind of like playing more as a conventional left back, kinda. And then Cesare Casadei heat map, playing more centrally. So Cesare Cassidy playing super centrally there. And then let's have a look at Kieran Dewsbury Hall's. Yeah, so really it's kind of like, Cesare Cassidy left centre mid, Dewsbury Hall right centre mid, and Renato Vega kind of playing as a conventional left back, less inverting. Maybe you just don't need those overloads so much when you're playing against this level of opposition. All right, just quickly to run you through it, we'll look at the stats in a moment. We get the Renato Vega goal in the 12th minute, and we're feeling good because it's a Mudryk assist, and we've all been willing Mudryk to do stuff and finally, put his potential into play. It's a great header by Vega, because one thing I like to see when you're trying to head a goal home, you want to head it into the ground often. You can do bullet headers, you can do Van Persie headers, you can do glancing headers to like the back post, but if you want to just be sure and the ball's coming in, you got time, head it into the ground, because if you head it into the ground, the goalkeeper just hates it because they just don't know where they're getting the opportunity to stop it, because it obviously comes down and out and their arms are in between. He heads it into the ground, it's a great goal. Pedro Neto, also a great goal, but it comes in the second half because we sort of have a lot of pressure in the first half. We will look at the first half and second half stats separately in just a second. But Disassi, I didn't notice Disassi got the assist, fair play. And it is a good finish from Pedro Neto. So the first two goals, good goals. And I want to see that from Pedro Neto. He got the goal against Barrow, was it? He's got the goal here in Europe. I want him to get a Premier League goal. And he's obviously got an assist. He's got a Premier League assist for Joao Felix. Everyone's getting goal involvements. We're scoring goals. It's good. Right. They have, of course, get a goal as well. Watanabe. That guy. I need to just talk about this goal because on my Instagram, I absolutely lost my mind about this. Yep, I do stories and lives around games. If you want to follow me on Instagram, @FootballYannick. Of course, this is my second YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe. It's non-Chelsea stuff, but it's all football. And that is, of course, my Instagram handle, FootballYannick there. So do consider following me. But I lost my mind on the first Gent goal because all our defenders bunch up. You could throw a frigging blanket on these, man. And then they just leave literally 4 players sort of near the kind of back post area. And you just think, what are you doing? It's literally embarrassing. It's like, Man United. I think they drew 3-3 to Porto, didn't they? By the way, Samu, eating Samu Amoradion, of course, the player we were linked to heavily, playing really well. Scoring a couple of goals, I believe, against Manchester United. He looks mustard. So, yeah. Embarrassing defending for that first Gent goal. And Kunku gets a goal. Assist Vega. I didn't even notice that. Lovely stuff. Ronaldo Vega. There you go. That is lovely stuff. I thoroughly enjoy that. I must say, Nkunku was absent the whole game up until this moment. And the goalkeeper should have saved it. It's a long-range shot. He just took a punt. It kind of went through the goalkeeper. And similarly, upon reflection, the goalkeeper probably could have done better with the goal from Kieran Dewsbury Hall. But just to speak, and we see out some substitutions. They get another consolation goal in stoppage time. Probably from our later 2 goals, and the first, that was probably the best goal there, apart from our first 2. It was a good goal, I think. It was a good finish from Gent. It still shouldn't be happening at all. Absolutely no excuse. But, yeah. I want to quickly talk about Kieran Dewsbury Hall's goal, though, because for the first half he demonstrated this loads. He's gone from, and the way I said on my Instagram live was, he's gone from being Cole Palmer in the Championship in terms of being that guy in the team that everyone turns to for Leicester when they won the league. He got a bunch of goals. I think he got 14 league assists or something. He was the guy, goal scoring, assisting. Just give it to me, I'll do it, sort of thing. He's come to Chelsea knowing he can't be that guy because even without Cole Palmer, it's just a whole different galaxy of players. So he probably knew he was going to be that guy, but he's not even starting Prem games, and he's looked really frustrated with himself. He snapped at chances whenever he's come on in the Prem, even in cup games. You could see he was getting inside his own head. He just needs that goal, and he will demonstrate how he's a useful player for us. And indeed he did. He nearly scored again later on. It was a good hit. Again, the keeper wasn't great on it, but that was it. So let's look at some stats before we talk about player performances. In the first half, Chelsea had 72% possession. For my money, we should have generated far more XG than 0.78 in that first half. Of course, we scored a goal from it. One big chance. Yeah, 9 shots. Yeah, bro. It's I feel like for the domination and, Gent at that point weren't comfortable at all. It was all Chelsea. I feel like we should have done better. In that second half, a little bit better with expected goals, of course, but then so did they. We let them into it. 2 big chances we conceded in 45 minutes. I'd like better from that. But all in all, we had 70% possession at home. Easy for me to say. 2 XG at home. It's not even that, though, is it? It's fine. We scored 4 goals from it, which, again, demonstrates half elite finishing and half poor goalkeeping from there. Oh, this is the standings. Look at the league on the side here. So here we go. We are in the top 6, of course. I believe you need to be in the top 8 to automatically qualify. And then the rest, I think you're in a playoff. I think that's correct. Of course, we'll be favourites to top this group. Cercle Brugge currently at the top. Who are these, man? So we talk about player performances then. Philip Jorgensen in goal, fine. I don't think he's bad for either of the goals. He passed it around a bit, fine. Axel Disasi should have had a goal himself where he tried to chest it into the net. Frustrating, disappointing. Now, the whole defense collectively was poor. Of course, there's got not awful individual performances here. I was a little bit more pleased with Benoit Badiashile with his passing. In fact, let me just quickly have a look with his passing stats there, just in case it's relevant. Where are you gonna show me his pass? Yeah, 94% passing accuracy with 159 passes, guys, including 2 key passes. I mean, yeah, you have to be pleased with that. So well done, Badiashile. I feel like the defending was a collective failure because there was a massive bunch of players standing on top of each other. Let's have a look at Renato Vega then, shall we? Of course, he got the goal. He got 0.33 expected assists as well, which is good. Made 2 clearances, 2 interceptions. Ooh la la! Completed 100% of his ground duels. 5 out of 5. Completed 100% of his aerial duels. 1 out of 1, but still, got to do it. Lost possession 13 times. You know me, guys. I don't mind over double digits if you're an attacker. I know he's playing as a sort of overexcited fullback, but still, I would prefer less than that. Long balls, 3 out of 3 as well. This guy had a great game. He created a big chance. Of course, the shot. 2 out of 2 dribbles. Yeah, Renato Vega had an amazing game. Look, Cesare Casadei, I just want to talk about him. I'm very pleased with his performance. 88 out of 98% passing accuracy. He got a key pass in there as well. Very, very good from Cesare. Look, ground duels 1, that's poor. Only 1 out of 6. But ultimately, he's playing a new role and he looks like he was doing it much more sensibly. The last game he started in that role, he was a bit shaky. He grew into it. The whole game, he was totally fine in that role. Very pleased with the young man in that scenario. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, and another guy who played really, really well. Of course, expected goals 0.64 scored out of it. 91 passing accuracy. This is okay. Wow. Okay, he also had a great game. 100% long balls, 3 out of 3. Very, very good. Dribble, 3 out of 3. Very, very good. 6 out of 8 ground duels won. That is pretty darn elite. Anything over 50% is ideal. 6 out of 8, you do the maths percentage, guys, and yeah, that's a great performance, guys. Pedro Neto is also being listed as a player who played well here. 97% passing accuracy, has to be good. Not great with crosses, 2 out of 8. Of course, he got a goal, create a big chance as well. Can't really ask for too much more. See, he's lost possession 12 times as well, which is fine. That's kind of okay. You're allowed to do that as a forward because you take risks and it's not, there's not too much upside for the opposition because you're far up the pitch. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Joao Felix looked good at moments. Didn't get a high rating here, but I was quite pleased with him. And then Nkunku, I thought, just showed, not many touches, bro. Wow-wee. So he played 80 minutes. He 80 minutes, 6 accurate passes. He was not in the game at all. But he got his goal, and we got to see the balloon celebration. I'd say he played badly, but he got a goal. And he's that kind of player in Nkunku. He can look really good, but also he can look bad, but score. And that is the mark. of a good footballer. Mudryk as well, worth talking about Mudryk briefly. He got an assist. I feel that the most important thing about Mudryk in this game is he looked influential, which is really, really important. He still frustrates. He still makes poor decisions. Clearly, Enzo Maresca is trying to get something out of him, isn't he? He's like saying, Misha is Misha. They're asking if it's a confidence thing. And he's like, no, it's not a confidence, just Misha's Misha. It's kind of a little bit like... he's not very good. Or is it? Is it open for interpretation? Do you know what I mean? And maybe that's trying to get inside his head a little bit in a good way. He's just trying something different. Of course, he had the arm around the shoulder with Pochettino playing the crossbar challenge, trying to do the father figure with him. Didn't really work. Maybe Maresca's trying something a bit different. We'll see if it works. Of course, he is the B team left winger, starting left winger at the moment. He's contributing. He's showing moments, but we really need him to just, sort of come alive, do you know what I mean? And really sort of set fire and show what he can do, because we saw him just devastate at Anfield. Was it Anfield or against Liverpool? I always forget if it was home or away. There is a player in there. He needs to just sort himself out, and there is time. It can happen, but for the moment, he's a very expensive B team player. All in all, I'm happy. Do let me know what you think, guys. Obviously, they'll have to look at that defence, this B team defence. If they're going to keep playing together, they're going to have meetings. Like, look, we can't do that again. Do you know what I mean? And that first Gent goal, don't do that again when you all just step on top of each other. But you learn. They're a new team, they need to learn new philosophy of football. Just don't do that again, or at least very, very rarely. Please do leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for supporting the channel by liking and subscribing. And I can't wait to see you back here soon. All right. Peace.